Hi, good morning. This is Mayuri. Now I am discuss about the second topic regarding module 1 in DMS. So here before class we have discussed about the connectives. So what are the rules you have to remember for the connectives is nothing but here. So what is the symbolic representation of negation? Here is not symbol you have to use like this, and conjunction you have to use the word and by using this symbol, and disjunction you have to use the word or, and conditional you have to use implies, and biconditional you have to use by implies, and exclusive or you have to use like this symbol. Okay, so what is the rules you have to remember for this connectives is nothing but you have to write the opposite of the given for the negation, and when the resultant value is true for the conjunction, whenever true follows true, then it is true for this conjunction. Whenever true false follows false, then it is false for the disjunction. If it is true follows false, then the resultant value will be false for the conditional statement. If the true follows true, then it is true. If it is false follows false, then it is true. That means both resultant values will be same for the biconditional statement, then it is true. For the exclusive or is the opposite for biconditional means, that means the resultant value will be false whenever both the truth values are same. In all other cases it will be true. So you have to remember these rules, okay, for the connectives to solve the truth tables. So the next concept is nothing but here converse, inverse, and contrapositive of the given statements. So what is the given statement? How you can write the converse form, and how you can write the inverse form, and how you can write the contrapositive form. You have to see the three forms of compound propositions. Those are nothing but converse, inverse, and contrapositive. For example, you have to take one conditional statement like P to Q means P implies Q, then what is the form of converse? Q to P, if you have to write the given sentence in Q to P format, then it is said to be converse of that P to Q. If you can write negation P to negation Q is called inverse of P to Q. If we can write negation Q to negation P is called contrapositive of P to Q. This is the sentential forms for the given statement if you can take P to Q form. So here, for example, let us see P for a two statements you have to take here. 2 is an integer and 9 is a multiple of 3. So what is the converse? What is the exact given statement? P to Q. What is the given statement here? 2 is, if 2 is an integer, then 9 is a multiple of 3. This is the given statement. So what is the converse of that given statement? Here is nothing but you have to write Q to P. So you have to use first Q statement, then P statement. So what is the result? If Q, if 9 is a multiple of 3 and then 2 is an integer. This is the converse form of the given statement. What is the inverse form of the given statement? How to write inverse means here you have to write the negation P. What is P? 2 is an integer. 2 is not an integer. Then what is Q? You have to write for the negation. 9 is not a multiple of 3. If 2 is not an integer, then 9 is not a multiple of 3. This is the inverse of the given statement. So you have to write the opposite of inverse is nothing but contrapositive. So here you have to observe the statement. If 9 is not a multiple of 3, then 2 is not a integer. Here you have to observe the given statement. These are the syntaxes for the converse, inverse, and contrapositive of the given conditional statement. So these are the basic example, one of the example for the this type of conversion. Okay. The next concept is nothing but here well-formed formulas. What is a well-formed formula? While representing a statement involving in connectives in a symbolic form, you have to take care about that sentential form in symbolic representation, because there is only one meaning for the given statement. So more than one meaning is nothing but here ambiguity. So there is no ambiguity for the given statement, then it is said to be well-formed formula. So here you have to use appropriate parenthesis for the propositions. This is the main objective for the well-formed formula. So the if we you have to use the negation symbol in an appropriate place. So what is the interpretation of this given statement is nothing but P and Q is a one statement. You have to apply negation for the entire compound proposition like P and Q. For the next statement, you have to observe here negation P and Q means you have to apply negation for P only, and then this statement is combined to Q. This is the meaning of negation P and Q here. Here, negation of P and Q means you have to apply and statement for P and Q and then apply negation for the given statement. This is the interpretation of the given statement, but not you, these two statements are equal. Okay, so here you have to write some statements you have to take, and whether what are the statements are well formed formulas and what are the not. What are the well formed formulas? Here is nothing but you have to follow primitive statements, and the negation of the statements you have to observe also. So here what is well formed formula? Here P and negation Q. This is a well-formed formula. Why it is said to be well-formed formula means here you have to use exact one connective between two propositions, and negation you have to apply for this uh, second form. There is no extensional form of negation Q here. So you have to apply negation for Q, and then you have to combine those sentence with P. This is a well-formed formula. Next, you have to use negation P or negation Q. Here you have to observe the parenthesis. Here you have to think about only Q, it not for P. You have to apply negation for P or both the combined form of P or negation Q. You don't know. So it is not a well-formed formula. So next you have to observe P to Q or R. So next here there is a parenthesis in Q or R. So this is a one compound statement. Then you have to apply for P2 the resultant compound value. So this is a well-formed formula. So at the same time you have to observe biconditional statement for P2Q and then negation for R. Then you have to combine these two. So this is a well-formed formula. So next you have to observe negation P to Q to negation R means if we first you have to apply P negation P to Q, or else you have to apply Q to negation R. You have to apply for P to Q first or Q to negation R. You don't know. So this is not a well-formed formula because there is no parenthesis between these three uh, connectives here. So here next you have to observe P pi implies Q and R. This is not a well-formed formula because first you have to take P by implies Q, or you have to take Q and R. You don't know because there is no parenthesis between the connectives in the given sentential form. Okay. So 1, 3, and 4 are the well-formed formulas, and 2, 5, 6 are not the well-formed formulas. So examples of well-formed formulas, how to write the given statements. Here you have to observe. So a circle is a conic, and so first you have to take the given sentences. A circle is a conic, a root 5 is an irrational number, and exponential series is convergent. Express the following statements. So here how to express the following statement. First, the well-formed formulas here is nothing but the third one and fourth one and fifth one is the right, how to write it here. P exclusive or negation Q means either a circle is a conic or root 5 is not a rational number. So next is nothing but here if A is fourth sentence. Here you have to observe if then Q. What is the given parenthesis is nothing but here you have to write either root 5 is an irrational number or exponential series is convergent, but not both here. Okay. So if you have to combine the sentence into the P form, if one then form. If a circle is a conic, then you have to combine Q exclusive or form. So next, a circle is not conic if and only if root 5 is an irrational number and exponential series is not convergent. This is the sentential format for the given fifth propositional compound statement. So next statement here, P and negation Q means here a circle is conic and root 5 is not an irrational number. Negation you have to apply for Q only here. So here next second sentence is not a circle is not conic or root 5 is an irrational number. Okay. So next. Okay, these are the basic examples for well-formed formulas. Okay. The second topic is over regarding to module 1. Thank you. Thank you so much.